Dick Van Patten on fitness tomorrow on Morning Break. Due to the following special program, Walter Cronkite's universe will not be seen tonight. Join us now for the Billy Graham Crusade.
Welcome to our crusade here in Baltimore, Maryland. This is a wonderful sight to see thousands of people gathered to hear the gospel, and you're going to be a participant. Also, our special guest tonight is Chuck Colson. Many of you know him. At least everybody knows him by reputation. I hope that you'll stay tuned and that you'll call a friend and tell them to tune in. You'll also see a number on your screen. I hope that you'll call that number for spiritual help, because counselors will be standing by at the telephones all evening. Thank you, and God bless you.
Called freedom. God bless you. Thank you for being with us. There's a man here tonight who's been through the water, the flood, the trial, sorrow, now joy and victory. He's a man that it's our privilege to present to you. A man whose name is known around the world. He became very famous in the Watergate days. In fact, to Charles Colson and many of his friends, perhaps that was the end of his life and career. But just before he began to serve his sentence in prison, a marvelous change took place. He was born again. He served his time, and then he began the biggest adventure of all, a life sentence. He'll tell you what that means. He told me as Chuck comes to the platform, he said, you know, tell them that as I come back to Baltimore, it's the first time he's been back to this city since he served half of his prison term here. I know he's happy to be here under these conditions tonight. And as he comes, I want his beautiful wife, Patty, to stand. And let's welcome her, and let's welcome Charles Colson to our Greater Baltimore Billy Graham Crusade.
Thank you and good evening. We had a police escort to help us get through the crowd tonight, and as I looked at the police bringing us here to Baltimore, I thought how little things change, because that's the same way I came to this city before. Because Jesus has risen, he lives, and he's reconciling the world to himself. Thank you.
Let's all stand together. I believe we ought to sing Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. And as we sing, I want you to mentally think of someone perhaps you know or someone you've heard about who is in prison tonight. Maybe a state penitentiary or a jail. And let's, in our mind and in our heart, in our prayers, let's remember that person. Even as we sing of God's grace, who is privileged, that has privileged us to be here tonight. Will you do that? And let's sing with our heart. You have the words if you need them. Let's sing it together. Here we go. We'll return to the crusade in Baltimore in just a few moments. Let's go back to the meeting.
My heart can sing when I pause to remember. A heartache here is but a stepping stone along the trail that's winding always upward. This troubled world is not my final home, but until then my heart will go on singing. Until then with joy I'll carry on, until the day my eyes behold the city, until the day God calls me home. The things of earth will dim and lose their value when we recall their borrowed for a while. And things of earth that cause the heart to tremble, remembered there, will only bring a smile. But until then my heart will go on singing. Until then with joy I'll carry on, until the day my eyes behold the Savior, until the day God calls me home.
We've had such a wonderful time this evening that I don't think we even need a message at all, because we've had so much in testimony, and in the praying and the singing tonight has been tremendous. My own heart has been stirred. We were delighted to have had Chuck Colson with us tonight, wonderful friend, man of God.